something I can do, you know, like I want to make one of those little binders to help me out. So I really like that idea.
Good. The tracker sheet binder. Yes. So 48 tracker sheets, 12 action plans, spiral bound. And I literally just put this tracker, I put the action plan in every month, right? So at the beginning of every 4 tracker sheets. Good. I'm glad you like that. And I'm glad that Akasha had one held up so that she could she could join. I feel like Akasha is supposed to be in here. Let me just check with her because can you? Okay, please, yeah, send her the links. I think she was joining and sent me all the stuff. So she's okay. People are still jumping into the waiting room. Okay, great, thank you. Anyone else? Any other takeaways from yesterday's Zoom? Highlights or from the whole year or celebrate yourself. What do you want to celebrate yourself for? All right, I
want to celebrate my.
Yay, Kyle, thank you.
Yeah, sure. You know, I want to celebrate myself for being able to break through. I've had a lot of not great experiences with network marketing, and so there's all of this internal resistance that I'm pushing through. Like even though like looking at the tracker sheet and looking at the action plan, I'm like, oh my God, 20 people that I know that I like to actually reach out and be like, hey, there's that program in my head that I don't want to be that guy, you know, who's like, hey, my business, you want to talk about my business? And I'm willing to push through that and find the organic, authentic way to have those connections. Mm-hmm. And I'm nervous and I'm uncomfortable. So I'm outside my comfort zone and I'm doing it anyway. And I want to celebrate that because that's, I think, the essence of how to change life is to get uncomfortable.
Yeah. And let me just celebrate you, Kyle, because the very first person you brought to a Connect call was like this total crazy, completely connected doctor. Okay. This guy who's like in med school, who's like super hardcore organized, super buff, fit athlete, is like connected to all of Alvin Ailey dancers. Like he works on them and he works on this whole circus troupe and he's like connected to all my influencer friends. And I'm like, this guy is a major influencer. And I said, so do you have a few, he was immediately interested in all the fast start bonuses. And I said, so do you have, I said, I have a feeling you have a few people in mind. And he raises one eyebrow and he goes, several. And I go, all right. I go, I have a feeling several is a lot more than the normal number several. And he's all about 12 people come to mind. So I think Kyle just went straight for his chicken list. I don't even know if he was a chicken list, but you were like really thinking who's really, I think the word is magnanimous. I don't know if that's the word. It's a word I want to use. I don't even know if it's appropriate for the situation, but so congratulations for reaching out to this person. And I hope he gets my friend who's like a major influencer on board, because that would be great. So anyway, you never know who you're connected to. And so that's the thing, is like, even if you all have people who just sign up one person here and there, I was the person who didn't sign up a lot of people. I just kind of signed up people here and there, but it was who they signed up that got me to where I am, right? So you're finding people who are better than yourself. And then you might have somebody in your downline who might only sign up 3 people in their life, but they sign up one person who ends up being your active lave, who signs up a bunch of other people. So that's
nice to hear.
What's that?
That's nice to hear, because I don't know how many people I'm going to be able to sign up, but I know people who know hundreds of people who listen to them.
Yeah. So the key is taprooting. So this is a concept. Taprooting is like really knowing who's in your downline and getting to know every person who's a brand partner. And so you can figure out who to extract and who to bring up, right? And you cone in on those people, and then you help support them. You get them into this group, right? Because the people in this group are moving up, right? All of y'all are moving up. So that's why we're here together. So I'm so excited. I want to welcome, where is she? Okay, so she's not on screen, but come on the screen. She doesn't even know that she's a superstar about to get announced, but little Miss Annie over there. I know you're busy, mama, but for those of you who don't know Annie, Annie is just such a love. She is in her own right, a superstar. She has created the Awaken Project. Who knows about the Awaken Project? Anybody know about the Awaken Project for children who are autistic or on the spectrum? This is Annie, the founder of Awaken, okay? And Annie is also happens to be partners with Dave Sandoval, and they have a baby together. So this is the queen of the pregnancy protocols, breastfeeding protocols. They just had a baby. She's got all kinds of great goodness in her, and she's on our team, y'all. She's in our accountability group. She's not just here as a guest. She's actually here to stay, learn, and hang out with you all. She's someone you can interview on lives. She's totally just like an amazing rock star. So Annie, just, come on and say hello. I want to love you up and just, share your voice and share what's inspiring to you right now.
Wow, I am so honored by that beautiful shout out and acknowledgement, and wow, I just feel so blown away and honored by that. Yeah, guys, hi, I'm Annie, and I am here to be held accountable by all of you guys, because this year has been quite challenging for all of us, and but really refining for what we really want to see make happen. And for myself, just in the first even week of this new year, a lot of prayers of releasing major blockages personally for myself have been answered. I've been able to clear through a lot, and I'm more clear now than ever about how I want to bring change into this world. And one of the greatest vehicles to do it is with Purium and the Purium business. I personally really want to ignite and help our Awaken Project baby become a full, thriving adult and supporting the masses of people and families with autism. And one of the ways that we're going to be really helping the Awaken Project is the Awaken Project is a brand partner, and we're expecting some residual income from our Purium business to help support our nonprofit, so we can have the income to help families. And also one of our missions is to help families have a residual income. We're all struggling, I'm sure, financially in different ways with COVID challenges, and families on the spectrum we're already really probably challenged financially with the way life can go with a child on the spectrum. So one of our big missions is to help families, parents have a residual income and still be able to be at home and help their children thrive as well. And so my really big takeaway from these past couple of weeks is, if I want to help moms be able to run a business, I really need to be able to show up and do it myself. And I know it's possible, but the thing is I have to be able to be like, I can't just tell people you can do this. If I'm gonna talk the talk, I gotta walk the walk. Here I am to do what I know is possible, and be able to be a greater guide for those that I know that this is also possible for. And it's just part of the ripple that I know we all have. And also just stepping into my own power of empowering myself to set a goal and achieve it. And I want the world in a collective sense to have that empowerment. So I need to give it to myself. So here we are, guys. Thanks for being here for me. And thank you again, Rachel, for honoring me and helping me to show up in this way and giving me this space. I'm so grateful for you. So grateful for all of you guys.
Yay, sisters. So great to have your voice. I love you so much. And I miss you being in Northern California, but I'm just so glad that you're here. And as the voice for the Awaken Project, I mean, you inspire a lot of people, and a lot of people have a lot of moms, know other moms who have autistic children. And so this is something that you can plug into. This ties also into the Million Mom movement. So these different legs of the company, Awaken Project and Million Mom movement, are also ways that you can move your business forward by sharing these concepts and sharing these with your other friends and people who, you know, might have someone in their family who's autistic, because nutrition is key for helping lighten the, I guess, the, you know, effects of autism. And I'm somebody who's on the spectrum. I have OCD, I have Tourette's. It doesn't manifest so much. It's not my eyes. A lot of people think my eyes is Tourette's, but that's a whole other issue. That's a trauma thing. But but literally, like, as someone who has been using these products, I've seen it totally lessen in me and in my own anxiety. And so I know that these products like help with gut health and actually impact how we experience like the stress of that condition. So thank you for being a voice. And I'm so excited that you're on our team. And I really love that you're just jumping in January, and that all of you who are new here are jumping in January. We're starting this year off strong. We're going to come into Heart Healthy February, which is going to be really big. And so everything that you guys have just done to get to here is going to launch your business moving forward. So I also want to give a chance for somebody to introduce Alana. I'm seeing Alana who's new. So who wants to introduce Alana?
Oh, well, that would be me.
All right, Jessica.
Can you hear me?
I can. Sounds like there's water in the background.
Dang it.
Or maybe it's just a strange connection, but I can hear you.
Let me see. Sometimes I feel like I have to like. Here, how about that? Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, totally. Thank you.
Okay. I'm learning to readjust my settings every time, apparently. So Alana is my kid sister.
Yay! This is the kid sister.
I've known her since she was in my mother's womb. We were not in there at the same time, but I've, you know, we're what, like 8.5 years difference. And I mean, gosh, I love her very much. And she's a great inspiration to me. She is my personal trainer, and she's been actually working out for a long time, and then recently decided that that's what she wanted to do as her business. And so she's actually currently pursuing her certification for personal training, you know, and so this was something that when I got involved in Purium, and I was like, okay, of course, you know, first you're going to talk to your family, like, I'm doing this, do it with me. And she's liking the products. And I was like, Alana, like, become a brand partner. Let's do this. Like, this is such a perfect pairing for like the fitness thing and having a nutrition component to it. So she's very stoked and motivated. She also dabbles in voiceover work and has dreams of becoming a voiceover actor. So scheming of ways to like have that be something that we get involved somehow. She's really funny and takes great care of my kid when she babysits. And I mean, she's my sister. I love her. Yay.
That is so sweet. It's so nice to meet you, Alana. How cool. You're the kid sister in the pictures. Now I get it. I recognize you.
I'm the baby of the fam.
Awesome. Well, I'm in Sebastopol. Are you in Sebastopol?
I'm in Cloverdale, actually, but I'm hoping to, you know, move to Santa Rosa pretty soon. So be closer.
Hey, excellent. Yeah. Wonderful news. Welcome. What inspired you to join us? What did you hear that actually was like, okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't know anything about Purium until my sister introduced me to it and kind of explained it to me, broke it down for me. And I had already kind of in my mind, like, wanted to pursue something new in a positive direction that was going to just benefit me as well as others. And so that's when I kind of was like, okay, maybe I should check this out. And now I'm really interested in it. I want to know more. I want to do it. So I'm just happy to be part of the team.
Good. Excellent. Do you know about getting those 500 points, starting with your first, or 600 points as new brand partner, like doing lives every day? Do you know about that?
I mean, I talked to Tanya a little bit, and she kind of helped me to get started and what I needed to do to reach a certain rank and stuff. So I'm still kind of learning about it, still new to it. So
Cool.
I'm at 715 points right now. I checked last night, which is cool.
What? Dang, you're already almost a consultant. It's not even the midway through the midway mark. All right, you're like you and Jillian over here. Jillian hit director in 6 days, but she started getting people interested a week before she joined. So she was already doing the work before that, but like literally you two, you know, you're kind of going at her pace. So keep up the good work. Congratulations. That's great. You're gonna crack consultant before you know it and hit that fast start bonus.
I'm ready for it.
Stephanie, did you have something you want to share?
Yeah, I accidentally came off mute, but not accidentally. Yeah, I just really want to take a moment and welcome Annie. I just can't even tell you how wonderful it is to have you here, Annie. And I just want the rest of the team to know that, you know, Annie's work with Dave, I've watched it happen over the last 5 years. And it's just been profound to watch what you guys are creating together. And I'm really excited this year to start weaving our work together, you know, the work of the Million Mom Movement and the Awaken Foundation. And for the rest of the team, I want you to go to the Million Mom Movement. I'll see if I can find the link while we're on here today, but if you go to the Million Mom Movement YouTube channel, there's a wonderful presentation that Annie and Dave did back in November or early December, I believe, that I'd love for you all to watch if you want to learn more about the Awaken Foundation.
Thank you. That's great. Awesome. All right. So now let's move into commitments and what we're committed to. Like, I really want to talk about so it's 12:23. So everyone's going to have a chance to talk. All right. So moving forward, you all are at the beginning and now everyone's at a sort of a different place in their business right now. Maybe you're like, there's momentum, or maybe you're like, okay, I need to like yesterday I talked about if you're relaunching your business, go for hitting consultant in 10 days again. Like if you did it before, do it again. If you've never done it, do it. Hit consultant in 10 days to find out what that's like, right? Because this is what you're going to duplicate to your team. Because then you can tell your team, I hit consultant in 10 days. Even if you're an executive and you've never hit it before, now you can, right? So, you know, these are just examples of goals. So I'd love to just hear what people's goals are. Like, what are you going to do different from today for this month moving forward? Like, what is your strategy to get to where you want to go? So if you're running for executive, like who do you need to hit what ranks? If you're running for consultant, if you're running for diamond, who do you need to hit what ranks? Like, what are you doing to put points on the map? What is your intention? What are you attracting in? What are you magnetizing in? What are just some strategies? Just whatever you can think of. There's no right and wrong answer. And whatever your answer is going to give somebody else an idea. Okay. So we're all going to just like brainstorm right now. So I just want to hear some ideas, what you're planning to do. And maybe you're going to decide something brand new right when you open your mouth and go, oh, I'm going to have a healthy happy hour. I'm going to have a wealthy happy hour. I'm going to leave the business. I'm going to do it, whatever. Just, all right, everyone's just posting. You can come off mute and share, but I am going to look at your posts too. All right, Paige, I'm running for director. I'm following up with everyone who did my core challenge and making sure that I'm committed to my tracker sheet. Whoop, whoop. Go, girl. And Annie wants everyone to find her on Facebook. All right, come off mute and share with me just any ideas, just, what comes to mind. You can share again if you get another idea from someone else, but,
Hey there, I'll pop off. It's Lake. Hi.
I knew Lake was going to, I was actually wanted to say, Lake, come tell us. But for some reason, I knew it was you. Okay, go, girl.
Perfect. We're on that wavelength. That's so perfect. So I'm running to director this month. And this morning, actually, I looked in my back office and I'm consultant. So I'm in pace. I'm going to get there. And I'm committed to getting 3 new brand partners this month. I'm really wanting to go business forward. I just signed on this new brand partner, Elle, and she's on fire. She's selling big packages left and right. And I'm seeing points come in, and now I'm like, oh, this is how it works. This is what it means to build a team, and I don't have to do it all alone. So this month is focusing in on who are my next brand partners. Yes, I'm feeling really good. And how I'm gonna get there is using my tracker sheet, which is right here in front of me. Yes. And I got a new laptop computer set up. And so I'm just like sitting at my desk, reaching out to people, getting those conversations going. And yeah, just really, really focused in on that. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you.
I love that. I love that intention. I'm bringing in 3 new brand partners this month. That's perfect. Excellent. Yeah. And now you know what it's like to feel that action. Everyone's all of a sudden there's points coming in. This is what gets people addicted to their back office. Once you start having people under you, like, oh, I got to like look at those points again. Thank you, Lake. All right. Who else?
I'll pop on.
Yay.
Thank you, Blake. That was awesome. My goal for this month is I'm going for Diamond. I'm already halfway to executive right now, which is really exciting. And my clarity is to just continue with the momentum that I have right now and to the momentum that got me to my goal last month to ranking executive. In the past, when I would do a big push for a run, I'd feel really burnt out afterwards. And I definitely felt really, really burnt out at the end of the new year. But I was really grateful to hit my goal. And so my focus is to just stay pacing and building with all of the good momentum that was there and continue to prospect and bring in more people using the widen your reach and all of the amazing promos that we have right now. I'm just on fire. And so even though my body's tired, I just am like, no excuses. That's where I'm at right now. And that's how I got to executive, was just having that mantra of like, no excuses. It doesn't matter what else is going on in life. We're always dealing with personal stuff. There's always something that's going to be there. And so just getting out of my own way to claim that for myself. Thank you.
Beautiful. Congratulations that you're already almost to executive. You're halfway to executive. You're totally going for Diamond this month. You're going to pull out all the stops. And I really appreciate that commitment that, you know, no matter what, that you are like doing it. And I can relate to that. I've had some trials and tribulations over the last, my whole December was like one of the worst months of my life. And it was really, really painful. And then I'm, you know, going through some different stuff this month. And I've just been like continuing to stay professional. I led the Zoom yesterday. Nobody even realizes like what, you know, what kind of personal stuff I'm going through, but I know how to compartmentalize and put things aside and go, I'll cry about that after work today at 7. I'm going to take that to my 12-step program. Boom. I'm going to do, you know, so it's like, it is a skill that we start to develop as professionals, learning how to being able to separate, you know, work from personal stuff and being able to like, you know, commit to something. And that said, of course, sometimes we need a break. Sometimes we do like need to step back and like do some self-care. So thank you for saying that, Nova. Appreciate you. All right. Who's next?
Hi. So similar to both Lake and Nova, so I'm going for Diamond. And what I want to do is start focusing on brand partners and my sister, especially, like I want to get you to director this month for sure. And then bring on a couple more and help them rank as well. Like kind of, you know, mostly what I've done a lot of is just my own sales. And that's cool, but like, that's going to be hard to do to get to Diamond just on my own sales. So like, so yeah, focusing on that. And then I was inspired by Jillian's story of reaching out to your mom's group. I actually just reached out last night to a mom's group that I'm a part of and proposed that we do Marketing Mondays, so that then there's now a space to share within my mom's group. And it's got great response, and people are like, yes, oh my gosh, totally, I would love that. This is so good. Da, da, da. I do that in another group, and here's, you know, so that seed is planted. And I'm hoping that that will get some, you know, explosive growth as well. And yeah, I mean, you know, doing all the widen your reach. I'm waiting for Jade to get back from Hawaii because we've been talking about a lot of plans. And she's been, I think, a little distracted just being over there. So she's supposed to come back next week, and we're going to really touch base and go deep with, you know, the plan to get both of us to Diamond. But yeah, just utilizing the rest of the stuff that has worked as well, the widen your reach, the tracker sheet, still, talking about product and making sales too, but yeah, figuring out ways to kind of go beyond that at this point.
All right. I love that intention. You are widening your reach with brand partners, committed. And I love that you instigated in that moms group their possible first, I forget what is it called, something Mondays, Marketing Mondays. That is
Marketing Mondays.
Take advantage of that. I wonder how many people are in that group.
There's like 1,500, I think. So we'll see.
Beautiful. Awesome. Go ahead, Jillian.
I love that. That is so exciting. Thanks for sharing that, Jessica. It's not my movement, that Marketing Monday, but I just got on board. So I wanted to share quickly. Rachel and I were just saying last night I did a Marketing Monday and I got no traction. So I just want to show you that there's two spectrums. I had everybody last week do that. And last night I had nobody, and Rachel was trying to talk about algorithms with me, which I'm trying to figure out. So I'm not getting myself discouraged from it. Even if I just got one like, which I got one like, I don't even know where the post went, but anyways, so my goal this month is to hit director. I'm really starting. I feel like I came into this not knowing a ton. Well, I didn't.
You already hit director.
Yeah. When am I going for executive? See, that's what I'm talking about.
you hit director on your 6th day. You went consultant director in 6 days.
I got this. It's fine. I really feel like I'm running next to a Ferrari, and I'm like, I'm trying to catch up, but I can't. So yeah, that's my goal this month. My other goal is to support Amy, who I really, really want to journey this with, but she knows that I've just launched so quickly, which I didn't expect. But I want to support her through that as well. And I had another one. So I had a question for everybody. Okay, so if you don't mind me asking, so next month we roll into a new month. Do you lose your promotion? You start all the way again? You do have to build yourself back up every month? How does that work?
So at the beginning of every month, the points reset to 0. So you start with 0 points. All of us start with 0 points. And then that's why it's great to have a team, because then everyone's getting those points together. And so as far as the promotion, so everyone has in their first 3 months to get the executive bonus, that double bonus. Instead of $500, it's $1,000, right? And so, but you're hitting it your first month.
Okay, but next month, I guess, how do I word this? So, next month let's just say I'm an executive. In February, do I go back to consultant or do I stay as executive?
Well, you're called an executive, but you start out as 0, and then you have to work back to get to executive, and then next month you'll be working towards diamond.
Okay, and then what if the next month I don't get to? I'm just saying I'm going to, but
you have your first 3 months to hit diamond and get that $1,000 diamond bonus, right? So that's, you can do that. Yeah. So good. All right.
Yeah. And I just want to say too, that I'm just understanding how this whole layering, thing works, where right now my biggest why in all of this is, like Jessica was saying, is that she's just been so focused on sales because I just want to help people. But I can see the value I'm seeing the value of adding a team. So I guess maybe next month I'll focus that. Right now I'm on this mission to help people, but I think as I start to understand the business better, I'll branch out into feeling more confident. And
I have a question for you. Alone, you can help so many people. How many more people can you help if you have brand partners?
Okay, so this is really interesting you said that, because I've had 2 aha moments with you. I've had 2 connect calls with you, and I'm just going to share quickly. Yesterday I went on this phone call with somebody I didn't know, but she reached out in Squamish Moms, and she had quite a story, and it actually really was quite heartbreaking. If I were like, wow, it's amazing the people we get to connect with. Also a bit scary, but I was glad Rachel was on that call to kind of stick handle that one.
But you know, at the end, she's a mom that has a 10-month-old baby. In Canada, we have maternity leave for a year. I know, don't hate us, we're lucky. And she decided to quit her job. I know, Rachel, that's why you're like, what kind of job do you have? I'm like, well, we all get that. I know. Yeah, that's why our babies are, you know, we love it.
Thanks for educating me.
Yeah. So she's probably like, what do you mean? I'm an office assistant. But anyways, so yeah, we ended the call with, she was saying, I quit my job. We're really struggling. I don't even know if I can afford this product. And then I could see it coming. Rachel spun it. But this is the difference for me, is that in my I've done multi-level stuff, right? So you've heard my stories there, but the difference is that I'm okay to share this. And I feel like I'm giving somebody an opportunity to be part of something bigger, meaning we are, like the company, the mission, the vision, the sustainable farming, the helping people. I mean, I've always wanted to have my own business. I want to work for myself, like so many other moms, but I don't want to do the legwork. And so many people have good social skills and connection skills and love this stuff. So why wouldn't I want to offer that to somebody else? I'm lucky. Why wouldn't I? Like my mind is shifting, that it's not, oh, come be on my team. My mind is saying, no, like, this is an opportunity for this mom to stay at home with her child, make money, keep herself fed with organic food that she can't afford right now. And that, it all ding. And then my other girlfriend, we just got off the call in Ontario. She was with the Canadian Armed Forces for 20 years. And long story short, Rachel just at the end said, she talked about the price of the products, and she's in a different province than I am. And Rachel said, hey, you can make your money back on these products. And sounds like your friend was really interested in, she had a doctor friend that checked out the amino acids, the label and the ingredients. And she was like, wow, this is amazing stuff. That's coming from a doctor. So for me to hear that, I was like, yeah, we're onto something here. And she did not reject the opportunity. It was completely flattering for her. And now she's thinking about becoming brand partner. So like, we have to stop judging that people don't want to do this. We're only offering an opportunity of everything that we're already aligning with. It's awesome.
Yes. Thank you I'm so glad that you shared that. And I can see
180 for me.
Stephanie's like giving you the thumbs up and pointing at you like, yes, you're getting it. It's very powerful. You are on fire, like she's saying in the comments.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why it is so important to have connect calls, because I don't know, Jillian, if you would have had that conversation with her, or when you would have had that conversation with her, you might not have ever mentioned it to her for a while. And so in the beginning, that's why we want you to have, I usually say, get me on 30 connect calls before you like branch out and you're, trying to do it on your own or have connect calls on your own. Because a lot of times, uplines will say, well, people will say, well, I'm only going to bring people to my upline who are interested in the business. And they don't understand that they don't necessarily know how to qualify someone yet to be in the business. They don't know how to qualify whether this person might be a good prospect for the business or not. And so, it can be scary. So that's why I say, bring every customer to me. Like, I don't care if you think they're just going to be a customer. The other part of it is that just by getting them on a connect call is modeling for them how we do business. So that if they ever consider how to do the business, they'll remember, oh yeah, I was on a call with with another person. There was 3 of us. And so that they're getting that imprint of how we duplicate, because the connect calls are your training in learning how to qualify a person and learning how to have the conversation that for you might be uncomfortable, but for your upline might be just like, old hat. But that then we can now have a conversation with somebody, and you'll see that every person is different. How we arrive at the business might be different for every person. So Stephanie has her hand up, so I know she wants to share, so go for it, Steph.
Well, I just want to say, Jillian, I was so inspired by you yesterday. I was really inspired by the entire mastermind. Thank you, Rachel. I always love it when Rachel leads. And so, but what I wanted to say to you, Jillian, first of all, I'm a fellow Canadian. So hello. I've been in California and now in Washington State for almost 30 years. But I was so inspired by everything you shared yesterday. And what I wanted to just reflect back to you is that, and you might not know this, but I'm the chair of the Million Mom Movement, and everything that you shared yesterday and all of your inspiration, it was just really making me feel very buoyant, because you completely embody the mission of the Million Mom Movement, right? So the mission of the Million Mom Movement is we're looking for 1,000 women, men, moms, dads, concerned grandparents, caregivers, aunties, uncles in over 100 communities to reach out to 10 families to help them turn their pantries clean, green, non-GMO, and organic. That's the mission. So that personally, I use that often to lead with the mission of the Million Mom Movement. And I wanted to invite each and every one of you on this team to come this coming Friday to Fierce Friday. We meet every Friday, the whole field does, and it's also a prospecting opportunity. You can bring people that aren't a part of Purium. And we've got Brett Dawes, functional nutritionist and doctor, who's going to be talking all about heavy metal detoxing. So I know that's a very hot topic right now. Rachel and I have been dealing with that for most of 2020 and helping others to detox. So I just wanted to offer that, Jillian, and to those of you who are inspired to lead with the Million Mom Movement, to come to Fierce Friday, join this community and help further this mission, because a lot of people are inspired by, moms helping moms to stay at home and raise their children.
Thank you, and thanks for talking about how to lead with the movement. I would love if you write that verbiage in the chat so that people can kind of copy paste it to their notes for scripts if they want to use it as a script. And please, yeah, Jillian, like all those moms you just signed up, invite them to this Friday. Because so now once people are signed up, show them what this company is about. You can invite them to this call so that then they might even deepen, and then they may be like, oh yeah, I want to partner up with this company, So all of you, yeah, think of who you can invite who might already be a customer or might not, because this is a way to kind of help upgrade. All right, thanks. Who else? What are we talking about? We are talking about what you're committed to. What are you committed to doing? What are your action steps for the month? What are you committed to doing? I love that, so many of you are like, I'm getting brand partners. Like you really are getting that, like to build an organization to really get somewhere. It's about having a team. So keep going. What are your inspirations? What are you committed to moving forward? We're going to hear from everybody, so just jump on.
I'll jump in.
Thank you.
So right now, the biggest thing for me is getting back into prospecting. I took some time off for myself. I'm still integrating things that I've learned on my trip to Sedona and releasing things. And I've really stepped up my game with consistency in posting and doing videos, and it's really been fun, and I see where I have to take it even further steps, but I'm like, I've got to prospect. I haven't touched my tracker sheet in I don't know, over a month, and I need at least one really great brand partner. So that's I'm almost at consultant again, and that's totally because I've been doing the lives and all of that and my own stuff, but I am so ready to have a brand partner that comes on and sticks with it, stays excited, and I can really start building a team and moving forward and just fulfilling that part of my journey with Purium. It's like it's just been something my heart wants, and so that's the thing. I now have to really start prospecting again, and I started looking at other people on Instagram who were looking at some of my posts and checking them out to see what they're doing, who they are, and I've started to reach out. So I may need a little bit more coaching on just what to say to them in reaching out. But that's my thing for right now, is prospecting, using my tracker sheets, and getting a brand partner by the end of this month. That's fabulous.
Perfect. That's a good goal. I like that. So, on Instagram, I mean, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, I know people sometimes, I even reach out to people right away, and usually that might just plant the seed, but they don't necessarily jump on board right away. It usually takes some relationship. And usually the people who are going to jump on with me are people who either stay liking my posts over time, and they're continuously staying connected to me, and I'm also liking their posts, and there's just a synergy, right? The people, I notice that if I'm reaching out to people who I don't feel that synergy with, or not that I don't feel, but there's just not really a lot of back and forth. It kind of lies dead in the water, but you have to find ways to stay connected to people for it to become authentic, so that then they do kind of get to know you and trust you and start to jump on. And then there's people like Melissa Hansen, who Sonia Magruder enrolled, who had 30,000 followers. And Sonia Magruder just saw her chance, and she said, I just need to get in there. And so she just sent her a product. She's like, you got to try this product. I know that you get a lot of calls, but let me just send you this product. And then she noticed that Melissa Hansen started posting about it, oh, can't beat this, da 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 da. But she wasn't a brand partner. She wasn't an affiliate. She was just randomly promoting another product because she liked it. She didn't get it. And so luckily, Sonia was following her and saw that she was actually promoting it and went, oh my God, hold on. Okay, so guess what? You can get money for promoting that. What you're doing, you can get paid for that. And so she kind of followed up with her. So it's kind of, there's different entries into these relationships. And, you find an influencer like that, it might be worthwhile to send them product, but it's not necessarily how we do things. But Sonia didn't know this woman, and she just knew, I only have one chance to get my foot in the door. And she's like, hey, I'd love for you to check out these products, and I'd love to send some to you. And, and there's a really, really wonderful opportunity to earn income with this company if you like this. And she sent her literally nothing to do with the ULT. She sent her the Can't Beat This and the Green Spectrum or something like that. So there you go. All right, next.
Do you mind if I ask one question on that?
Yeah,
Rachel. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I feel like I'm always on here, and this is weird for me, but
we gets the grease, girl. Good thing.
Well, Amy, my awesome friend Amy, she had somebody that wanted to do perhaps an influence. She's an influencer on Instagram, and we're just trying to figure out the approach to do that and how it works. So would we buy her product? Can you just walk us through that if you have a second? Or did you just do that and I missed it?
She knows this influencer?
It's her friend's daughter. So okay. She doesn't know her, but she was interested.
Okay, and her friend's daughter was
here. She is here, so she's listening.
Her friend's daughter was interested in the product. Her daughter's friend was interested in the product.
Amy might want to jump on, but Amy's good friends with her mom.
You want to introduce Amy? Gosh, introduce Amy. She's on the call. I just realized.
I know Amy. Okay, are you able to jump on, or should I just introduce you in a black screen? Oh, you're there. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Welcome.
Okay. Can I just introduce you first, Amy? Because you're on mute and you unmute, but this is the amazing Amy that I keep talking about. She's the one that I wanted to pound the pavement with, and she's been a really good friend of mine. And it's funny because we've often been thinking, we're both event planners, and we all said, oh yeah, we'll get a wedding business going and we'll do this together. And it's just never worked. And it's so much money and so hard to get yourself rolling. And then I randomly just asked her to do this with me, and she just said yes, which is completely out of her comfort zone too. She can get into that. But I'm so excited for her to be here. So Amy, do you want to unmute yourself though?
Okay, well, thanks, Jilly. Everyone cannot imagine. I won't even FaceTime my sister. So this is really out of my comfort zone. If she calls me, it's a joke, and I go, whoa, don't do that. So I've enjoyed the call so far, and it's nice to meet everybody. And I put in the chat there that I feel totally supported by Jill and Rachel. I'm God, I'm a pain in the ass, but no one seems to mind, so I'm just going with it.
Not at all.
As far as this woman, the girl we're talking about, that's okay. So she's trying to be an influencer. Whether or not she is, I can't say with any certainty. But what she did do, and I found interesting the timing, her mom was telling me, she's got about a 4-year-old, I think, and she had put out on her Instagram, is anyone else struggling with anxiety? And what could I do for anxiety? So she had put it out to a whole bunch of people, and then they had responded with what they were doing. And it was like, I had sent it to Jill. It's pretty standard, rescue remedy, like all these things, right? But no real succinct plan on how to deal with anxiety. And I know this girl through her mom. I don't know her actually, but she does struggle with anxiety. And so I thought I just told Jill, I said it'd be really good to link up with her.
Is Rachel there? So yeah, at this stage, we're just trying to figure out.
Yeah, I was talking. I had it on mute. I apologize.
Okay. I'm like, oh, dead silence.
Thanks for sharing. So at this point, I really I'm going to turn this is like almost like a quiz. Everybody just put in the comments. What are your ideas? What do you think she should do? What would you recommend she do? This is like for everyone's to figure out, right? Like how we're going to support Amy and how she's going to respond, how she's going to talk to this woman. And do you know how many followers she has?
I don't. I know that her best friend is one of the housewives of Vancouver. So, I mean, I think they have quite a following. I can't say. Okay. You also have to know about me. I never go on Instagram other than to lurk, or Facebook. So like all of that, like the product and telling my story is not but to tell it publicly is like way out of my comfort zone. So I just had to go back on Facebook.
Don't even worry. It's all good. We're going to solve this. We're going to solve. Everyone's got so many great answers right here. We're going to just read these answers. All right. We've got, I invite her to a connect call, start authentic conversations. Yes. Open authentic communication, ask questions. How much is she currently earning through her Instagram? Lurk, go to her page and start engaging. Open up conversations with her, saying you saw her post and felt inspired to touch in. Inquire, ask her questions, get curious. Yes, engage in her content. Okay, so there's a couple different strategies we're having here. Some people are saying, I mean, these are all good. And there's a very, very, very specific thing you can do first, which is engage. Let her know you're there. Let her know you're seeing her question. And then in a private message, start talking to her and let her know that you know somebody. You're going to tell her a story. All right. So step one, when we talk about how to do this business, it's the 4 I's: inquire, inspire, inform, invite. Okay. Inquire, inspire, inform, invite. But I only talk about 3. I talk about inspire, inform, invite. Okay. So inspire, we always start with stories. So it's like, oh my gosh, I saw your message. My heart goes out to you. I see that you're struggling with anxiety. I'd love to know more, but I also wanted to share a really incredible story about my girlfriend, Jillian. You don't have to say her name, but you can say my girlfriend who was having anxiety. Her story is just like yours. She experienced A, B, C, and D, and now she's like totally free of it. She's like, and even her kid said she's not yelling at him anymore. Tell her a story. Okay, so you're going to start with inspiration. You want to give her a sense like there's hope, right? And then you can offer to introduce her to Jillian. Okay, I'm kind of skipping the inform part because I want you to set up. One of the things I like to do is set up calls before sending people information. It doesn't mean you start the call before information, but you want to set up the call as soon as possible. So anyway, offer to introduce them. You can send them a message in a 3-way thread at some point and they can start having the conversation. But eventually this is going to lead to a connect call where she's going to actually get to talk to Jillian, hear her story, and learn about the product, and etc. So really, all I really wanted to get in there was like start with the story, and then we'll go step by step. But share her post with Jillian if you can learn how. Maybe Jillian knows how to use Instagram and can teach you how to share that story with her, so that Jillian can look at it and comment. You can comment, and then you can send in a private message. You can learn how in a private message to start sharing with her the story.
Okay.
Okay. You could even post the story thread, but I like to bring it to a private conversation so you don't lose the thread. You start staying in the dialogue, you know, or you can send her your phone number.
Okay. What did you just say though before that, Rachel? You said post her this thread?
Send her, post in her thread.
Post in her thread. Okay.
Post in the comments.
Okay.
You could just say, both of you should say something in the comments, but then I would take it to a private message and then just identify with her, relate to her, mirror back what you heard her say, and say, I know somebody like this.
Okay.
And
that seems
tell them, and then tell her Jillian's story, and just say, would you like to meet Jillian, or you know, would you like to know more? Like, would you like me to introduce you?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then I'll coach you from there. There's a few different scenarios. Like sometimes I do things a little out of sequence. Like I might, like if it were me in your shoes, I might say, then like send them a 3-way message, text message. And then if I were Jillian would say like, oh, wow, let's all get on the phone together.
Okay.
Right. Or Jillian might ask her like, oh, what are you experiencing? Say like, oh, but you know, like it's a lot easier to talk. So let's get on the phone. Right. You want to take it out of text and onto the phone. Meanwhile, Jillian, if your story was on social media, like if you post, when you're ready to post your story on Instagram, you can give it the hashtag core4launch, and then Amy can actually send your story to her. So core4launch, if you go to hashtag core4launch, if everybody doesn't have a story in core4launch, please find your story and add the hashtag core4launch so everyone in this group can find your story. Because that way, that's how we help each other. As we all post our stories, you can find several of my stories in core4launch in that hashtag, and that's how we help each other. It's equivalent to the Core4 nutrition group on Facebook. Okay, so if your story, who does not have their story on Instagram with the hashtag Core4launch? Anybody? Just Jillian and Lake. Okay. Do you have it, Jessica, about your migraines? Do you have that story? Okay, not yet.
I don't really even know how to Instagram very well.
Not with that hashtag is what I was going to say.
Okay, just edit your post and put the hashtag core4launch on it so people can find your stories. Okay. All right. Thank you. We're getting. Oh my God! It's already 1 minute to 1. Okay. So who else? I want to hear from everybody. I really do. So please share. What is your strategy for the month? Coaching along the way. Can't help it.
I got one.
Okay, Kyle.
So it's been my experience coming into this that I'm in a sort of information overload. So I've gotten myself 2 books. One is like a scrap journal, and one is a really cool, it says blessed on it, and it's like Making the Purium Bible. So my strategy in my downtime to go through the huge thing of stuff Autumn has sent me and all of the like backlog calls that I missed that are on the revisit, like the rewatch page, and like just start digesting it all and then figure out what is really important to know and what is really important to transmit. Because I still feel kind of like a little fish that just got dumped in the ocean and I have no idea where to go. So that's my strategy, is to get really familiar with the way that we do things so that I can simplify it when I'm sharing it with other people.
Cool. So here, check this out.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, get to know all that stuff. That is all going to be really important. And it's really, really most important that you know stories. Okay. Because you're your number one weapon of mass appreciation, of mass love, whatever you want to call it. Weapon of love. Anyway, this is the most important tool in your tool bag. Is when people tell you something, you don't want to sit there and spout off ingredients and products. That will bore people to death. Since Apple leads the market since Apple is like the leading, like controls the whole stock market, we're going to talk about Apple for a second. Okay. The way they train is to start with stories, because people make decisions from their emotions. People do not make decisions from their intellect. As much as we want to think we're all academic and intellectual, we all make these decisions and we're all so smart and we're also like analytical. And I'm such a critical thinker. You know, my God, nobody can get anything past me. It's not where people make decisions from. They make decisions from their emotions. So if you tell a person a story, that has 90% way more influence than telling about product. In fact, we have a rule in this business. It's this: keep your mouth shut. And the only time we open our mouths are for two reasons. Number one is to tell a story. And number two is to tell people where a tool is. Oh, I'm sending you a link. Oh, here, check out this link. We are not the ones who deliver all that information about product. That's how we lose people, right? So this has been a quote that came from way up above, several stars above me. They have now since, retired, and that is what they tell us, and that's what we learned, and then that is what we've been tuning ever since.
Can you say that again so I can cement it and write it down? Keep your mouth shut, and then?
We only open our mouths for two reasons. Number one, to tell a story. And number two, to connect a person with a tool, like sending them a link. Capiche?
Yeah, so this is actually what I meant by making my Purium Bible. These little nuggets of wisdom, I've been collecting them, and I've been sent more of them than my brain can hold on to. Yeah. So I'm building a compendium of what works and what doesn't.
That's why there's three actions in the business. There's three actions: inspire with the stories, inform with a tool, and then connect them with a connect call. Invite them to a connect call. That's it. That is the business in a nutshell. And if you teach this, if you do this, your downline will see you doing it, and then they will copy that. And then their downline will see that, and they will copy that, and so on and so forth. And this is how we duplicate, is by just teaching these three things.
Cool.
In that order. Inspire first. All right,
Okay.
Jillian, goodbye.
I have to go, Kyle.
Okay.
I just want to say that if there's one thing I can say from my last week, you don't have to know everything. And it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to not have the answers because they're out there. And it's like that one thing that resonated so much. It's easier to pedal bike when it's moving. So just start pedaling and everything will start falling into place, because if you overthink it all, then you're not giving yourself a chance. And I can already tell, like, I'm already drawn to you. So that's, it's okay to put yourself out there. I can't believe I'm saying this, by the way. It's so not like me. So, but I got to go because I have a connect call and I'm going to keep my mouth shut. So
you're a natural leader, Jillian. Thank you so much. And there's nothing truer. Jillian would say to me every other day, I don't know what the hell I'm doing it, but I'm just going for it. She would say that like every single day. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm going for it. And she was just like, and she made a couple mistakes along the way that weren't even really big mistakes. But she was like, that's right. I'm learning from it. And trust me, like, I want you guys to make mistakes. It's important.
And I'm glad I did, because those mistakes have taught me more than if I got it right. So I got to go. I have to make a call. Thanks, everybody.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So who hasn't gone? Who hasn't shared? I really want to give everyone a chance to share. Okay. What's your inspiration? So what are you doing next? What's your strategy, Alana? Tell us what you're
All right. So my goal is to get to know the product better. Also, I want to hit Fast Start Director. So I need to get like 4 brand partners or customers at least. So I'm aiming for that. I am very fortunate. I have my sister for guidance and all of you guys as well. So and I have a list of people that I plan to reach out to and just kind of go from there and get the ball rolling. So
way to go, sister. Woo! Awesome.
And you should utilize widen your reach, because you already post on all the time. So make sure you do that.
And that's what I'm doing too. I'm posting as much as I can. So
yeah. If anyone doesn't know how to submit, just ask me. Or if you want to share with your downline, I have a basic screen share that's a video that shows you how to submit. It's really easy. And I updated it. It's a new one that shows how to do it with the current modules. So if you don't know how to submit your lives, let me know. Make sure you're in the first 10 days, you've got to submit 5 your first week and 5 the second week, because they only accept 3 per week for most people. And so that's how you got to be doing like 1 a day for 10 days, or at least 10 a week. Okay. 10 for the first 10 days. Was there anyone who didn't go? I'm not sure if Lauren went. Lauren, Magali?
I was just quietly listening because I walked in late.
That's okay. We're just basically what everyone's doing is just sharing their strategy for the month, like what rank they're going for and how they plan to get there.
My eyes just got really big, Rachel.
I love you.
The rank, the next one,
Mhm.
director.
Okay. Yes.
And what is my strategy for doing this? I actually printed out a tracker, and it's
Yay!
has words on it, so that's cool. And I'm kind of going through my procedure, so I'm getting really grounded and understanding that it's not always a push, that
Totally.
you could grow, and you don't need to drive with all your anxiety of pushing. It actually works a lot better when you ground yourself.
Amen. Amen. I
Yeah.
think yesterday's Zoom was that for me. It was the first time I was on a Zoom without feeling stressed, because I was just like, I'm here. I'm going to just do what comes through me. And that was like the Zoom I think I did. So
Yeah, so it feels good to, and I'm going to be leading with the product a little bit more to get brand partners, like our Connect call today. That was an accident, so that was pretty cool.
Good. Epic. Thank you. All right. Who else? Magali, Autumn. We're kind of rushed through it here.
Yeah, so I'd like to re-rank executive for sure and work on finding, I'm gonna say 3 brand partners this month. Something I noticed in a lot of cases, you don't know what you don't know, and people don't act on what they can't see. So my goal this month is to show what there is to see, and using my videos and show all that I see. And I know a lot of people that have strong values and really act on their values and have like causes or like to have causes. So I'm kind of going to combine the two, show what there is to see that aligns with values that I value myself too. So I can attract these BPs that I want to be motivated to change the world together.
Okay. I want to bring in what Jessica shared on her live, I think it was yesterday, which was about manifestation, and it comes in the form of a lofty question. Okay. So all of you guys can go live about this week. Jessica did a great job. Go watch her live, go give it some love. But the question, but to manifest, you ask yourself a lofty question. Why am I attracting so many incredible brand partners? Why am I attracting so many? How would you say it, Jessica? Is that good?
Yeah, essentially, so you're taking normal affirmations and kind of twisting them a little bit to activate your subconscious is a problem solving machine. Like that's what it wants to be doing all the time. And so if you ask an affirmation in the form of a question, then it will activate your subconscious to go, well, why is that true? Because it will focus on, like, it will try to figure out whatever it is you're putting your attention to and affirm whatever it is, right? So, and also like forming it in a positive form, right? So like, not like, well, why do I not have da 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 or whatever? So you just want to ask it in a question.
Why am I so lame?
What's that?
Instead of why am I so lame? Why can't I get to
why am I so lame? Or like, or whatever. You want to ask that, so like for me, when I was working on my migraines, and it did help a little bit, and then had some inflammation in my body and stuff. It was like, I said, why do I feel so good in my body? Why do I feel so good in my body? Or like, I have trouble going to sleep. So I'm like, why do I fall asleep so easily by 11 p.m.? and every day and like multiple times a day. But yeah, it's to, because affirmations, here I am giving the same video that I gave yesterday. Like you can give an affirmation and if you're like, I am healthy, or I am, make a lot of money, but it's linked to belief. And if your belief of yourself doesn't align with the affirmation that you're proclaiming, then your subconscious doesn't believe that, and it's not as likely to help you get there. But if you ask it in the form of a question, then it becomes curious and goes, well, let me help you figure out why this is this way. And so it's just kind of a little affirmation hack that you can utilize. So yeah, asking lofty questions.
It literally did that for me. When I asked my question on your thing, I suddenly felt different. I was like, oh my God, I really do. Why am I attracting these like really excited brand partners who really want to do the business?
Right. Yeah,
Who
I started asking that too.
We're really motivated, like these women who just are like looking for this, and they're finally finding me. Why am I attracting them? They're finally finding me, and they're just like ready to go. They just have networks, and they're just like excited to go. They love social media, and they're excited to be online. Why am I attracting these people? It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Gosh, it's so crazy. Like, why does this keep happening to me? Why am I so successful?
Yeah. Yay. Okay, good. All right, now who's left? Autumn.
Okay, I'll go. My goal is to rank executive this month.
Mm-hmm.
And my goal is to do as many lives as possible. So maybe 3 to 5 a week. And to do those lives on my influencer page, The Natural Witch. So I want to get more involved on that page, and I want to encourage more engagement, and I want to do interviews on that page. So
awesome.
That's my main goal, to focus on, and to also throw in the business opportunity in every one of them, in some form or fashion. So
okay, so Autumn, I just found out, has how many followers on your page? How many followers?
I have 24,000 followers, I think.
Can you believe that? I was like, what the heck? Holy cow. Okay, so 24,000 followers. So start doing those interviews. You got a lot of people to interview here. You could do one every week and like be full the whole year.
Yeah.
Jillian's ready.
Awesome. Yeah, I get engagement every time I do a live, and I end up opening at least like 3 to 5 genuine conversations with people. So the point is getting them to the calls. I'm trying to still inspire, and then we're going to try to get them to the calls. So I think I have one tomorrow with Stephanie.
Good.
So
have you done a business story post yet, or live about the business?
Not one specifically about the business. So
I would encourage you to start thinking about how you might want to present that, and talk to Stephanie about it, talk to me about it, but like start thinking about, how can I talk about what I'm excited about this business?
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'll do that.
You can ask the lofty question.
Yes, I will. I appreciate that new affirmation.
That's going to be a thing from now on. Whenever I hear somebody going negative, I'm going to be like, ask the lofty question.
Totally.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you. All right,
Thank
Paige.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. Paige, did you go? I don't think you did.
I kind of did, because you read it in the chat, but yeah, and I did a core challenge. So just following up with everybody who did that, because it's already kind of like been touched on with them a few times, like they're aware of the product. And yeah, the other thing, I was working on it with Jessica a little bit. We were talking about like kind of how we can create some of our own like training materials too. We've had a lot of brand partners that are like really busy and just like super hard to coordinate calls. So like I had someone enroll, and then like, I'm like, well, let's do the fast start, and she's really interested in the business, but our schedules just are not hitting. And yeah, so I've been doing it where I do like I have a Zoom account. I'll like do a screen share and kind of like walk them through some stuff. So I'm like, hey, here's how you can like submit your widen your reach. Like, here's like what the back office looks like, and kind of creating some of those videos as like resources. And I know the connect calls are so powerful, but I'm thinking too, like if we can still keep the momentum going, if it means they get a video, I've been kind of rolling with that. So yeah, if anybody else wants to collab on that, kind of working on like creating some like really streamlined resources. Cause I know Kyle was saying this, like just kind of, I know it can be overwhelming, but I also know it can be very simplified. So I'm gaining a better understanding of like what I needed to know, and yeah, kind of trying to simplify it. So I'm working on that too.
Okay. And so are you getting connect calls for your people?
I had one brand partner sign up and I just feel like the schedules aren't syncing really.
Okay,
But
let's work harder on that. I'm available too. You know that, right?
yeah, let me
try to work on that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there was just like so many that weren't hitting. I was like, dang it. Like, I don't want this to seem hard. for
Okay,
her, so I was like, I'll just send you videos.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's a sign of a true leader. Right there is solving problems, not complaining. That's it, girl. So, and I also want to be more available to you. So let's make sure that let me get in on those calls. Let me just like rearrange my schedule for you a little bit more. If you can offer a couple times, like 2 or 3 different times, maybe we can do that. And usually at least a day or two before, it helps me. For me. Some people's uplines are
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, love. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna work with you more directly. Was that everybody? Did we get everyone? Thanks, Paige. I think we got it. All right, awesome. Annie, did you go? Annie's there, but did you share? I mean, I know Annie shared in the beginning when we welcomed her, but do you have a strategy for this month, Annie? Little Miss Orphan Annie? All right, she might be busy with her kiddo. Okay, I'm gonna jump over to the diamond call. I can't wait till all of you are diamonds on that call with me. The diamond call is epic. It's the next level of training.
I'm here. I'm in the crib with Nene.
Oh, are you able to share your strategy for this month? What you're committed to? It's just basically what are you committed to this month?
I'm committed to hitting executive this month and bringing in 3 brand partners and doing 2 lives.
Okay, so I was a little bit breaking up. Executive this month, bringing 2 brand partners and doing lives every day, or doing lives, doing the Widen Your Reach promo?
Doing 2 lives. I was going to do a live this week and a live next week. I guess I could go for every day. I could do that. That's going out of my comfort zone, which would be good.
Yes, for relaunching your business, I recommend doing 10 lives in 10 days. Go for hitting consultant in 10 days.
Wow. Okay.
That's my homework assignment for you.
Okay.
10 lives in 10 days.
I will take that challenge.
And go consultant in 10 days. That's how you relaunch your business, babe. Ow! All right.
Okay.
So stoked. I love y'all. Thank you for playing the game. This is so much fun, and I'll see y'all next time. I'll see you all. Interview me. Ask me for interviews. Let's all do some more lives together. Okay, let's everyone do lives. The 2 live crew.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, bye.